Look at it. Two versions, one stands still, one smiles with evil eyes, but only one of them knows the truth. Every day you wake up and play a role, confident, calm, unbothered. You tell yourself you don't care, but the version inside, it's watching. Let me ask you something. You have a goal. You know what you want. You've thought about it 100 times. So why aren't you doing it? The answer isn't time. It isn't money. It isn't even talent. It's you. And today we're going to talk about exactly why, and more importantly, how to get out of your own way. The real enemy is your own mind. Psychology calls it the shadow, the part of you that holds envy, anger, hunger, ambition, ego, the traits you pretend you don't have. But here's the truth. The shadow isn't evil. It's power you refuse to own. Here's something most people don't want to hear. The loudest voice telling you you can't do this isn't your boss, it's not your family, it's not society. It's the voice inside your own head. Psychologists call this the inner critic, a mental pattern formed from years of conditioning, failures, and other people's judgments that you've absorbed as your own truth. Every time you want to start something new, that voice fires up. Who do you think you are? What if you fail? You're not smart enough, experienced enough, ready enough. This isn't weakness, this is biology. Your brain has a built-in threat detection system called the amygdala. It literally cannot tell the difference between a lion chasing you and the fear of posting your first video online. To your brain, risk equals danger. But here's the truth. Discomfort is not danger. Uncertainty is not failure. And fear is not a stop sign. It's a signal that something matters. The psychology of self-sabotage. Let's go deeper. Why do people sabotage themselves even when they know better? Number 1, fear of failure. Dr. Carol Dweck's research at Stanford revealed something fascinating. People with a fixed mindset believe their abilities are static. So if they try and fail, it confirms their worst fear, that they're not good enough. So what do? They don't try at all. Avoiding failure feels safer than risking it, but avoiding it guarantees something worse, regret. Number 2, fear of success. This one surprises people, but success brings change, and change, even good change, is terrifying. Success means new responsibility, new expectations, a new version of yourself that you don't fully know yet. So unconsciously, people slow themselves down right when they're about to break through. Number 3, learned helplessness. Psychologist Martin Seligman discovered that when people experience repeated failures or setbacks, they stop trying, even when the situation changes and success is actually possible. They've learned to be helpless. You see this in people who say things like, "That's just the way I am," or "Things never work out for me." They're not lazy, they're conditioned. The identity trap. Here's the deepest reason most people stay stuck. They've built their entire identity around who they are rather than who they're becoming. James Clear in Atomic Habits says this brilliantly. Every action you take is a vote for the type of person you want to become. But most people vote against themselves every day, not because they're bad people, but because they haven't decided who they want to be. If you still see yourself as someone who isn't disciplined, isn't confident, isn't successful, your subconscious will do everything in its power to prove itself right. The change doesn't start with your habits. It starts with your identity. Ask yourself, what would the person I want to become actually do today? Then do that. One small vote at a time. How to stop stopping yourself. So how do you actually break free? Here are the psychological tools that work. 1. Name the fear. Research shows that labeling an emotion, what neuroscientists call affect labeling, actually reduces its intensity. When you feel resistance, don't fight it. Say, "I'm feeling afraid, I'm feeling uncertain." Naming it gives you distance from it. 2. Shrink the start. Biagé Fogg at Stanford studied behavior change and found that motivation is unreliable, but tiny actions are unstoppable. Don't start by planning to run 5 miles. Start by putting on your shoes. The brain resists big change, but it can't resist small. 3. Reframe failure. Failure is not the opposite of success. It is data. Every person you admire failed repeatedly before they succeeded. The difference is they treated each failure as information, not identity. 4. Create accountability. Studies show that when you tell someone your goal, your likelihood of achieving it increases significantly. Having a coach, a partner, or even a public commitment activates social pressure, one of the most powerful psychological forces we have. 5. Audit your environment. Your environment shapes your behavior more than your willpower ever will. If you want to read more, put the book on your pillow. If you want to eat better, don't keep junk food in the house. Design your surroundings so the easy choice is the right choice. Part 5. The truth. Nobody tells you. Nobody is coming to save you. There's no perfect moment. There's no sign from the universe. There's no version of tomorrow that will be easier than today if you don't start today. Every day you wait, you're not just losing time. You're reinforcing the habit of waiting. And the longer you wait, the more your brain accepts waiting as your normal. But here's the beautiful flip side of that. Every day you show up, even imperfectly, even awkwardly, even for just 5 minutes, you're reinforcing a completely different identity. You're becoming someone who does the work, and that person, they don't ask, "Who's stopping me?" Because they already know the answer, and more importantly, they've decided not to let it win. So I'll ask you one more time. You have a goal. You know what you want. Who's stopping you? Now you know. Now, what are you going to do about it? The only time you fail is when you stop trying. Start now. Start small, but start.